Alrighty guys, as you can hear, the Dragon Ball Legends TOP walkthrough video. So this is going to be part 2. Remember, I'm going to start doing these into 2 videos. I'm going to do like 12 to 13 energy in the first one, and then 12 to 13 energy in the second one, depending on if I die during my run or not. But either this is a continuation. If you guys haven't seen part 1 and you're interested in part 1, I'll link it down in the description down below. But I know that TP, it starts expiring, right? Once you hit 25, you're not really able to go ahead and just start using it over and over, right? Because it's not going to keep accumulating after 25. So that's why I did the 2 parts in the first place. But anyways, continuing off from part 1, we were looking really rough. We did the event exclusive team, and a lot of my units are already dead. I think during this continuation of this run, there's the post commentary right here. This next fight that I do, I actually lose it because you can see I have so many units. I have 4 units dead right here. And so I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, I need to just die as soon as possible so I can reset my streak and continue forward. So right here I lose. I get pushed back 2 spaces. And now all my characters are coming back at full HP. I think that's actually pretty good, right? I think that's the benefit of dying rather than going for a heal space. Because if you go for a heal space, yes, you'll keep your win streak. But either way, I think they both have their cons and their pros, right? If you heal, you get to keep your win streak, but you're not going to get that 25th win streak. But if you die, at least you get put back 2 spaces to recover some points, as well as also getting some more. You get all your HP back, right? So now I'm like putting my formation in here. I kind of know like what teams are working, like what formation is working. I know that my biggest regret on this run was bringing that Trunks. That Legends Road Trunks was so bad. Like straight up, it was so bad. And I think I needed more red units. I should have definitely piled on the red units a little bit more. There is a lot of yellow units this season, and that was definitely a big oversight on my part. So now we can go into it. I go for this fight right here, right? It's pretty easy. We go through the first fight right here. He takes away my Dragon Balls, but I mean, they're kind of tanky, right? I think the issue with Legends Road is that they are tanky. They have damage mitigation, right? I really like that from the Kid Goku. And from the Instant Transmission Goku. They both have a way to nullify, Kid Goku nullifies a blast attack, and Transmission Goku nullifies a strike attack just 1 time per fight. And that's actually really clutch. But if you put too much into defenses, you don't have enough offense, then you're going to get screwed. Like straight up, you're going to get. It's not like you definitely do want to be beefy, but at the same time, you got to put out the damage as well. Otherwise, they're just going to keep laying into you over and over and over, and eventually, the enemy's offensive lines are going to overtake you, right? So we're going to get a duplicate fight right here. I think the unit I really did like a lot though too is the Super Saiyan Blue Goku, the one that I have all the way at the bottom right here. He is the healer, and I don't think he's that bad of a healer at all. Like I pretty much hold a high value on him. So we go into this fight. This time there's the Gogeta and the Broly though, right? So they both have the strike. Broly has a strike cover change, and then Gogeta, he nullifies a strike with his green card essentially. So this is what I'm gonna. You see me always looking at the key restore speed. I know my yellows are going to attack first, pretty much, right? But I do have to kill this Frieza first. I know my yellows are going to attack first, but Frieza has to go, and I think I am going to be able to get the blue card off with my blue Cyberman. You can actually see I bring in 2 blues here, and because Trunks is on the verge, or he's on the cusp of getting his blue card right here. He does it right there. We get that Frieza out of the way, which is actually pretty nice for me, and now I start focusing down the yellow Broly right here. The LF Broly comes and covers it, which is actually pretty annoying, and I need to get this other. I had to get both of the reds out of the way right here because look at how much damage they did to my Legends Road Piccolo, right? So that was my whole incentive behind that. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out so we don't have to go through the rush animation. And then I go for this fight. Of course, this is one of the easiest fights. Whenever you see this fight on the board, it's 100% worth going on, right? Simply because of the fact that you just have to kill Yellow Kid Gohan and you're good. And they always throw in these fights in every single season. They're always like a 5/5 stage, 3/5 stage. They're 100% like an easy way to go ahead and just farm points or get your score up a little bit. That's why I always like to aim for these ones right here. So you see, I always target Gohan first, and then I like to target Beerus afterwards, right? So Gohan, Beerus, and then I go for Shallot, I think. Yep, Shallot, Whis, and then Piccolo and Bulma. Piccolo, I kind of leave him towards the end. Piccolo is actually really tanky. I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. Piccolo can actually tank a lot of hits, but see, Gohan's already out of the way, and then I actually do kill Beerus right here in that first turn. This is a 5/5 stage, by the way. Being able to get 2 units out of the way in 1 turn is absolutely massive for us, right? Especially with a team like this where we're not doing a whole lot of damage. So that just proves my point even more that you want the stage to you want to land on the stage basically, right? As long just don't you have to kill Kid Gohan. Just never forget that. And so I take this hybrid stage on, and this is probably something that I shouldn't have done, but I wanted the points. I got a little bit greedy here. I wanted the points. There's 2 reds. There's the blue Gohan on there. There's the Goten on there that's going to super attack. So I'm kind of like, you see me like forming my formation. I want to get the layout bonuses right here. I'm double checking. I'm trying to check my key restore speed. I'm like, should I bring in 2 yellows because he has 2 reds? And I'm like, I'm just going to do it. I'm pretty sure I do that right here. I do put in both of my yellows, and instead of bringing the 2 blues, right? Because that's how bad Trunks is. I'd rather bring in 2 yellows than this stupid Trunks right here, because this Trunks, he does like no damage. He has such terrible key restore speed, so he's always attacking at the very, very end. And obviously I have to go for the blue Gohan first and pray that I can kill him and Goten before Goten gets the super attack off. Spoiler alert, I don't do that. I try to do that, right? That was the plan. But Gohan, the blue Gohan is so tanky, man. Like look at the attacks he just eats everything, man. I can't even kill him on the first turn. So Goten does get the super attack off, and he does a lot of damage to my Legends Road Piccolo, and I'm already like, oh god, am I already screwed? So you can see they start aggroing my LF Piccolo even too. Or not LF, my LR Piccolo, right? They start aggroing him, and he is like on the cusp of death, and that's really bad because we barely started the second half of the board. I still have a lot of terrain left to go, but I go for this stage now. So I'm happy about this though, because I'm like, this stage will be a little bit easier. We'll let Piccolo rest on the bench right here, and I do believe I have the 2 purples. Because there's UI Goku here, there's the 2 blues, so I know I need to bring in Gotenks. Gotenks, again, I think he's really good defensively, but he's another one of those units where you start to fall short offensively, right? So I had way too much defense. Like, my best damage dealer was the Spitcolo, as people like to call him, the Legends Road Spitcolo, right? But this is the format I go with. I bring out the purple Cyberman because he does buff the 4 blocks. He buffs 1 block in front of him, below him, to the left of him, to the right of him. I start targeting Toppo first. Toppo has to get targeted first, simply because he takes all aggro on first turn. So I feel like I have to do that, and then I think I go for Jiren, which was a mistake. I should have went for Toppo first, and then Dispo, right? Because after I kill Toppo, I do get the blue card with my blue Cyberman, and so that's where I made the first mistake right there. But this stage was a good stage to go on to because it was one of those easier ones, right? So you'll see right here, everyone goes after Toppo first. Like, no matter what, people are going to go after Toppo. We also get the blue card off with Gotenks, and then we get the blue card off with our blue Cyberman, right, onto Jiren, which kind of did suck. But it's okay here. I'm not too worried about it. We're still doing good. We're not taking a ton of damage at the very least, right? And we are going to be getting another blue card right here with our blue Cyberman. I mean, it doesn't matter because we're still going to go for the rush, but 1.7 million points is not bad at all. We'll 100% take that. And so now I'm looking ahead for the 5 stages so I can get my 5th win streak bonus. I want to get it on that juicy, that 5-star stage, right? Or the 5/5 stage. Right here, I'm like debating what stage to take because I have to heavily consider all my options. I think I go with this Frieza one. And it's still difficult, right? This Frieza one is still difficult because, like I say in my guides before I actually start the season, is that Frieza, he can stop you from attacking 2 times on the first turn. The LF Frieza and the red DBS Frieza, they both inflict you with can't attack. They use their green card on one of your units, right? So 2 of your units in that first turn are just immobilized, and it sucks. I think he actually immobilizes my blue Cyberman, and I was so upset. Or did he right here? I'm not too sure. No, he didn't. Not in this one. I think in another one he does, though. But either way, it's still very annoying. But I go for both of those Friezas first, actually, because I feel like they were the biggest threats for me. I want to get the yellow unit out, and I want to get the red unit out because I am running. The red units can be an issue for Kid Goku, right? If they're left just to their devices. So we go through this stage. Again, not bad at all. And so now I'm looking this one 100% because I'm checking. This one would be easier, that 3/5 stage, but I want these 5/5 stage points, right? So I'm like, no, I will go ahead and with the androids. I go with the androids, and then I do take on LOE once again after we go through these androids. I'm not taking on Sun Family. I don't want to do GT. I don't want to do androids. Those teams were so damn strong this season, and that was my downfall in part 1. Right, so I do go for this stage where there's the purple Bojack on there, right? So I do need some yellows. I need my Kid Goku on there. There's the red units on there, so I need the blue Cyberman. Of course, I target the purple Bojack first, when we do get into it, because he does get that blue card, right? So he wants to be targeted first, and then I go for yellow Gohan, because I think I'm running 2 purples here, right? Yeah, so I am running the 2 purples, so Gohan needs to get out of here. We get the ultimate off with Kid Goku, which is absolutely a massive start for me. But the thing is that yellow Gohan is so tanky. Like, look at him, and now he's transformed. We'll still be able to kill him right here, which is nice, but it was still very, very iffy, an iffy situation overall. And I could have timed the blue card better with the Cyberman here. But either way, we get every unit killed, I believe. Yeah, so every unit dies right here. We go ahead and exit out of that. As long as I'm killing every unit at this point, I'm honestly kind of happy, right? And so now we go with LOE, this forfeit stage right here. Once again, it's going to be very annoying. Those 2 Friezas, dude, I'm telling you, man, those 2 Friezas are so frustrating to go against. Just they can't attack, right? That's why they're so good. Like, if you have a stacked LOE team, you should be running them. You should be running both of those Friezas right here, right? This LF Frieza and this red Frieza. So once again, I think I target the LF Frieza first, and then the red DBS Frieza, then Ginyu, and then the EX, and then the last 2 units, right? So this is fine with me. Where 2 yellows are going to attack first, right? So our 2 yellows attack first. We are able to get this guy out, and we would have been able to kill that red Frieza right there, but this is the situation where he inflicts can't attack on my blue Cyberman, and so he cucks me out of my blue card right there. But it's okay, we're still doing decent, right? Like, we're still doing decent, but Piccolo is like on his last legs. Keep in mind, he was very low HP from that one time, right? So I was absolutely terrified of him dying right here. Thankfully he doesn't. we're okay. All right, for the next fight we take, it's going to be this 3/5 stage right here, and I know I'm going to miss out on a lot of points, and this stage actually might look a little bit annoying because they have a healer on this team. They have, you know, just, it's a Namek Saga team, right? And I was debating doing this forfeit stage, but I was like, dude, I need to heal. I need to heal. But they also had that Frieza on there, right? The full power Frieza, that if you use a blast card on him, he does get a guaranteed blue card. So you see me building my layout right here. I bring in the 2 yellows again. Piccolo's still like on the cusp of death, right? Like, he's literally right here. He's like on the verge of death. And I start switching everyone to strike, right? I start switching everyone to strike right here. That way I am not going to activate that Frieza's blue card, right? I cannot afford to take a blue card, especially right now. So I go for Ella Frieza first, and then Rawberry, and then another purple unit, which was the EX Ginyu. And things turn out pretty decent, I would say, right? We were able to kill this guy, and then I do believe we don't kill Rawberry, because Rawberry is a tanky boy. Keep in mind, right? I was actually kind of upset that we didn't kill Rawberry with that blue card with the blue Cyberman, but it's okay. We go over to turn 3. We're still doing decently here, right? Krillin's now dead, and all that's left is this full power Frieza, and we're able to get him without actually using the rush. This is where I play myself, though, because like I said, I make mistakes too. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I get too into it, but this is the 10th win right here, right? So I need these points. And I forget to swap my units back to their ideal, like Piccolo, for example, the Spitcolo, the Legends Road one. I did not put him back to blast attack. So everyone's still on strike attack except for that purple Cyberman, because that purple Cyberman did not come in last time, right? So for this option right here, I go for the EXs first because they're gonna die quicker, right? So if I can get 2 EX units out of the way on the first turn, that's ideal for me. And I think that's exactly what happens here, right? So turn 1. I get 2 units down, and then I try to do it again. So I go for the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then I go for Tapion, right? We were not able to kill 2 units at the very beginning like we did on the first turn, but it's still, I think we're still in a good position right here. And the best thing about this is that Spitcolo didn't die, right? That was a massive win for me at that point in time, is that Spitcolo did not die, dude. I was so happy that he didn't die. And now we're looking at these stages right here, and then this is easily the easiest stage for me, right? Because you have to keep in mind, my units are really, a lot of them are dying, right? I can't really afford to be going for the hardest stages. And so now I go ahead and I start swapping their attacks, right? Because I'm like, okay, now let me go ahead and correct this mistake that I had just made. And so, and once again, doing my formation, I do have, like I said, when you're using that purple Cyberman, he wants to be in that middle block. Right, he does want to be in that middle block because that's just where he buffs everyone. But sometimes you will see me like put him in other areas at the same time, right? So right here I'm looking at my key restore speed. I already have my formation in check. I have my layout bonuses in check. Everything is pretty good here, right? And so now I'm like, okay, who do I attack first? Goten. Goten obviously has to get killed first because he does get that super attack at the beginning of round 2. And then I go for a purple unit, and then I go for Ribrianne, and so forth. I think that actually pans out pretty well for me. Just getting Goten out of the way, right? Getting Goten out of the way is absolutely a must-do for this. And then getting this guy down a low HP so my yellows can finish him off on the beginning of turn 2 right here. And then Piccolo goes down, right? As you can see right there, it was very quickly, but my Piccolo does go down, which was very, very unfortunate indeed. But we just got to deal with these guys right here. Once again, we do go follow through with the rush. We're able to get the full kill. 1.6 million points, still not bad. I'm still okay with that. And then now it's androids. I was like, dude, I saw the androids and I saw the GT, and I was like, they're both awful, but I'd rather fight androids. So for this one, the strategy that I do on this one is because, if you guys remember in part 1, that ToP Super 17 actually supered me, right? That's how I died. That was my first death, right? I think on one of my purple units, that's Super 17, or not the Super 17, the ToP 17, MVP 17. He supered me first, so I had a personal vengeance against him. I had to get him out of the way first, and then the Super 13, right? Because Super 13, he does get a blue card, right? He gets a blue card on turn 3, and it actually goes pretty well. I accidentally skipped the fight. I did not intend to do that, and I think I actually go back and watch it because I was just like, wait a minute. Why did that go? What happened right there? So I play the battle right here so I can go ahead and see how it turns out. Like I said, I do go after this ToP 17 first, before he can start building up any kind of super attack, and then I go for the Super 13 before he can get his super attack. It actually turned out pretty well, right? Like, look at that. We didn't have to take any supers there, but these guys, the rest of the units, they did prove to be an issue for me, right? Because look at how little damage I'm doing and how much damage they're doing, and I think another one of my units dies right there, and we're not even able to kill on the rush. So I was actually kind of hurt about that. And this is where I had to make a crucial decision, whether I go for androids again or I go for the LOE. I have Trunks still, right? I want to have a full party in here, and I have Trunks still, so I'm just like, I think I end up choosing the LOE. Yep. And I start off, once again, I always target the 2 Friezas. That's just how I like to do things, especially when I have a lot of yellow units, right? I mean, I only have 1 yellow unit at this point in time because my Piccolo is dead, but now this Goku is going to be able to help me out in terms of killing this guy right here. We don't even kill him on the first turn, right? Which kind of does suck, but we do kill him at the beginning of this one, and we're able to get this DBS Frieza down as well. So I'm okay with that. Turn 3 now, and we do get Ginyu out of the way relatively early, get 2 kills on turn 3, and now this is the final turn right here, and we are able to go ahead and secure it without even using the rush, and that's it right there. Congratulations, you won the Tournament of Power. I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. It was rough. It was 100% rough, but overall, like, I'm kind of happy with the turnout of this. Right? I don't think it was the worst thing in the world, because look at the path I took. I died, right? And then I ended up going to the leaderboard here as well, right? I think I go to the leaderboard, and I'm just like, okay, so we have 36 million points right here, which definitely isn't the worst thing in the world, in my opinion. But you can see I ranked extremely low, like at 14,000. I was ranked 14,000, right? The goal is that you want to get into the top 6K. We can look at the top 1,000 right here and see like how much of a point difference there actually was. And you know, it's boom, look at that. 46,000 or 46 million. And you know, I want to go to the rewards, but this is what I was most proud of right here, is that we do make it into the top 35%. Ideally, we want to be in the top 25%, but top 35%, I'll take that. We will remain in Z League with the event exclusive. Event exclusive can be a Z League team at the very least. It might not be top 6K team yet or top 25% team yet, but it can reach the top 35% of Z League, and I'm 100% okay with that. You know, I'll definitely keep trying to do more different teams, right? I don't want to just keep using the same team over and over, right? I like to test stuff out. I like to experiment, and you know, I want to use this team again and get into the top 25%, right? Because that's the goal. If you can get into the top 25%, get that full 1000 CC, that is the goal. But for now, we'll take the 800. We'll take Z League top 35%. That I think that's okay with me. for now. So that being said, if you guys enjoyed the content, definitely let me know by leaving a like, a comment, maybe even consider hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later!